Hello, it's Cy Felrose reporting in once again from the Demon Castle, here to bring you the exploits of Lady Artemis, the Hoenn region. One moment, please. So, off stream, I've been working on my strategy for this gym. So let's go through it. Enemy team. I'll go ahead and put these in order. The order I'm actually going to be fighting them, and correct it if I need. Funny enough, is almost the actual order they come in. The only difference is that Solrock is last. But anyway, we're going to rare Candy Hitmonchan to get access to Brick Break, which will allow it to outspeed and KO Bisharp. Then, we already have Hitmonchan out. And for Zygarde's going to come out because Zygarde is faster than it and sees that it deals more damage. And Solrock, we'll look at Solrock. And Solrock does not quite kill level 26 Hitmonchan. So because it's level 26, it will beat Zygarde first. Then it's going to use Thousand Arrows. You're going to use Groddle. Take the Thousand Arrows. Arabia to proc Intimidate. Do it again. Believe it or not, we're gonna do it again. And then Groddle can always kill Zygarde in 3 hits and almost never dies on them. If it does, we'll bring in Hitmonchan, who will use Mach Punch. I really don't want that to happen. It would not be good. If Groddle's alive, then Aurora's comes out. If Groddle dies, I'm going to just steer. I don't want to plan around that right now. We're just going to switch to... We're actually going to switch to... It's going to be using Body Slam. We're going to switch to Mightyena, and then switch to Hitmonchan. The reason we're switching to Hitmonchan is because... the reason we're switching to Mightyena is to usually Power Gem, which deals less damage to Hitmonchan, because Hitmonchan's hit points are more valuable than Mightyena's. And Power Gem doesn't paralyze. It will never use a move that can paralyze, so I can give Hitmonchan an Oranberry this way. Then Hitmonchan will just kill this. At that point, it will bait in Solrock, because Solrock can outspeed and KO Hitmonchan now that it's even slightly damaged. It's going to use a Psychic move on Mightyena, and then because that will double the power of Stomping Tantrum, it will use a Ground move on Mightyena. And then Rock Slide on Staravia, Tank with Hitman. And then we can repeat that. The only one threatened at all here is the Hitmonchan, is the only one taking damage in this situation. So by doing this, we get a full 6 Intimidate packs. Now, you may be thinking, okay, but Grottle's already pretty damaged. How are you going to be using getting around the chance it crits and breaks all your stuff? So Masharna has this move called Lucky Chant. We're going to switch in, have it chip Soul Wreck a little, and use Lucky Chant. Then we're going to switch out to Sarina with a Miracle Seed. Is going to kill the Soul Rock after using Rapid Spin to boost its attack. Or boost its speed. Which will then consistently bait in Caracosta. Caracosta will go pretty straightforward. And then the only mon left is Lunatone, which is likely to go pretty straightforwardly, but it's possible, there's like a 20% chance, 24% chance or something like that, that Sarina will end up dying here. I could reduce that by giving it like a heart scale to boost its attack IV, but after looking at how good Sarina is, which is not very, how good a heart scale is, which is very, I decided that I would rather save the heart scale and callously risk Sarina's life. Oh, 1 second. Great. So, we went through exactly how this fight's gonna go. Just need to make sure I do all the prep. I need Mighty Enna to go to level 25. It's okay to teach Mighty Enna let's order it in a way that has better vibes, which is like this. The order they're expected to come out first during the fight. Let me now check everyone's learn set, specifically Masharna's. I believe there's no reason to level. It literally does not matter when I evolve the Masharna. I mean, it would matter if I waited, but I'm not going to wait because I'm using it now. Since it doesn't matter when I evolve the Masharna, I'm going to do it now. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take everyone's items. And then I'm going to evolve Masharna. Unfortunately, this means I don't get Moonlight for the Shell Split. I don't think that's a big deal based on looking ahead. Mostly not that strong for any fight I would consider in Shell Split. And then with that, I will Endless Candy everyone. Aravia gets some levels. No point learning Psybeam because I'm about to get Psy Shock. I'm pretty sure I'm replacing Heal Bell, but let's just learn it for now. I don't believe in telekinesis. Yeah, I would like to keep Lucky Chant and Yawn. Confusion, I'm about to get Psyshock. I guess that is the question, right? Would I rather have Yarn Masharna or Heal Masharna? And I think the answer is Yawn Masharna. I might be wrong, because this is attempt 2, and attempt 1 died on Watson. Or before Watson. Shortly before Watson. Painfully shortly before. Yeah, okay. And now we're going to do it on Mighty Anna, who's going to learn a bunch of Feign moves. No reason to keep Bite here. I don't believe in Covet at all. I'll forget that. I don't really believe in Charm on this thing, I don't think. That might be wrong. It's kind of fast. Maybe it's better at farming than yawning. I definitely want Ice Feign. I probably want Fire Feign. Let me think about it. It doesn't matter for this fight. This Mighty Anna is not clicking a move during the fight. Let's see. Mighty Anna will never get... I'm looking at Mighty Anna stuff. Mighty Anna will never get replacements for these ever again. It will get a replacement for Play Rough, which I probably will take. So really, I'm going to have Crunch, Play Rough, and whatever. And then eventually Sucker Punch. I'm gonna keep Ice Feign. I think Charm is the most likely here. I think Yawn is the least likely move here to cause some bullshit to happen. And then I'm going to use my first truly limited resource of the game. One rare candy. Because otherwise this Hitmonchan, one, leveling it up gives it way better bait order. And two, it needs to learn Brick Break to beat the Bisharp lead. Otherwise it doesn't kill consistently. Alright, then my held items. Oran Berry for you. It's just 5 Oran Berries and a Miracle Seed. We're not... The only statuses on the enemy team are paralysis chances from Auroras, which don't matter because we're baiting... Because we don't care if Mighty Anna's paralyzed, and we're baiting non-paralyzing moves on Hitmonchan. And from Lunatone, which isn't going to come up because Serena has the Sweet Veil ability, which makes it and its allies immune to falling asleep. Yep, okay. If I need any moves from anyone else, let me double check my moves. You have Fake Out, Brick Break, that's all you need. And Mach Punch for in case Serena dies. You have Razor Leaf, Mega Drain, and Sand Tomb. You're using all of those moves, alright? You are not clicking an attack. You are not clicking an attack. You have Lucking Chant and Draining Kiss. I did consider, I could have used a Heart Skill on Serena for attack. I think I might have mentioned that. And Serena has Rapid Spin and Chop Kick. Serena has a Miracle Seed. Beautiful item. Well, here we go. I really hope I didn't fuck anything up. Fake out first to break the Focus Sash. Brick Break. Thousand Arrows this turn. Throttle is my only way to tank. Skitter Smack this turn. I switch in Staravia for the Intimidate buff. This turn there's a absurdly low, there's a 1 in 128 chance it clicks Dragon Claw. And then if it crit, it could kill. But it didn't, so fine. Ow. That much is fine. Now it's Thousand Arrows. Now it's hopefully Skitter Smack. This is the one where it has the most chance to click Dragon Claw. Good. It'd be nice if it didn't hit. Nice. Now it's going to click Thousand Arrows. Right? One last turn of Intimidating. Perfect Skitter Smack, that's beautiful. I mean, it doesn't really matter that it triggers the Orin, because all that matters there is that it's out of range die to Psychopath. while Solruck is intimidated, which is really tricky. Right, Oranberry triggers. Alright, I'm gonna do the math. I did the math plenty of times. I double checked, I triple checked. I'm still going to do the math on two things, really. One, can this kill? This needs 2 max rolls at least to kill. Wait, no, I'm going to use Mega Drain when it's on the second turn when I'm at -2. Which will heal me 3. Means it literally cannot kill me as long as I can kill it in 3 turns. Can I kill it in 3 turns? I'm going to use Sand Tomb, which is going to deal 11 damage plus 8 times 3, 35. Razor Leaf, which will make it 60, and Mega Drain at -2, make it 60. Perfect. Sand Tomb first. If I didn't have Mega Drain, the risk would be higher. But, I mean, there's a reason I have Mega Drain. And it's because it's... Now I use Mega Drain. I let Skitter Snacks again. Right. Even without Mega Drain, I would have lived. Smack will not kill. I am really low, but that's fine, because Razor Leaf plus Sand Tomb will always kill. And now it's Aurora's using True Random move. I'm about to tab the check. Aurora's using True Random move, yes. True Random move is actually better, because most of those moves deal less damage to Mightyena than the... No, that's not true. True Random move is about the same. I still need to do the Mightyena switch, no matter what. I don't really care what happens, I hope it doesn't crit. But I don't think it matters if it does. It doesn't matter if it paralyzes. Did paralyze. You can tell it doesn't matter because I didn't give it a Cherry Berry. And now I switch to Hitmonchan on a guaranteed power. Now I double check. Hitmonchan Brick Break kills. Outspeeds. Perfect. Solruck in as predicted. This is always Psycho Cut. Dark type, here you are. Now, because the power is doubled on Stomping Tantrum, get the cup together. Because the power is doubled on Stomping Tantrum, is 150 base power this turn. It is always going to click it over Rock Slide on this Mightyena. That means I can safely switch in Staravia. Right? It's obviously going to use Rock Slide. I don't need to look to tell that Rock Slide deals a lot more to that Staravia. Similarly, I don't need to look to tell you that this is Psycho Cut. had 2 Intimidate procs, this makes 3. Right, now we're going to check -3 on the Mightyena. At -3, it still always clicks Stomping Tantrum. Perfect. The only reason we're checking like that is because the numbers are close enough that I feel like it might stop always being Stomping Tantrum as the attack gets lower. But for now, it's fine. There's a reason, like I said, we're only checking that for Staravia for a reason. For Mightyena for a reason. I'm not going to suddenly use Psychopath. And this is not going to suddenly Rock Slide. Alright, now we're going to check it at -5. I'm going to check this at -5. At -5, it is still always going to click Stomping Tantrum, which means we have a safe switch into Staravia. I think I will check this one just in case. -6 on Staravia. Is always Rock Slide? Okay. I think... Yeah, I think... Hi, DP. Thank you, DP. It is going very well so far, but the scary part was always the very end. And with that, we can switch into Masharna as originally planned. And what we're hoping for here is that... Okay, we want to not see crits. We want to use Draining Kiss and Lucky Chant before we randomly die. But it can always crit, and it can always fool. We really are probably fine as... Yeah, this is... We're past some of the scary parts. This Masharna is about... There's like 3 individual scary parts that are all sub 1% to fail each. This Masharna is the second one. The first one worked fine. We had to do a bunch of switches from Groddle to Staravia for Intimidate procs. And the Zygarde could have randomly used Dragon Claw, which would have killed the Staravia, but it didn't happen. This is the second one, because I need to get a Lucky Chant off without dying, but if it crits Rock Slides, if it doesn't crit, we just want to use Lucky Chant before it gets... Okay. That's good. That's good. Alright, the risk remaining... I'm not sure if I'm risking Sarina or not. Okay, there's a flinch risk this turn. It's 50-50 to use... No, there's still RNG because it can still use Rock Slide. Okay. I'm not sure if there's still RNG or not. At this point, the fight is definitely... Oh, okay. I'm in too much, seriously thinking about the thing mode. Because I used that Rapid Spin, it can't flinch me anymore. So this Soul Rock will definitely die. It's okay. You're all good. Soul Rock will definitely die. The Caracosta will definitely die. Sarina could still die to the Lunatone after killing the Caracosta. I'm not 100% sure how much risk I am taking there. That doesn't matter. Going to Zen Headbutt. Going to Aqua Jet now. Alright. Yeah, well, she also has a Zygarde, so... There's a lot of that going around here, I would say. Alright, also a Bisharp. I think Bisharp is, like, similarly late. Here, let me check, actually. Bisharp Pokemon. Bisharp evolves from Pawniard starting at level 52. Also, what the hell? Why does Bisharp evolve from Pawniard at level 52 even now? Like, it's not even fully evolved. But anyway, I'm looking at this Lunatone. I have a Miracle Seed. Okay. Icy Wind crit deals 42. 1 in 256. Okay. So, Rapid Spin means that I win with no deaths 1 in 255 and 256 times. Or I can Trop Kick. And then I win deathless 7 in 16 times. But I never lose any other mon. What happens if I use Rapid Spin and then die? That's what I need to figure out. This thing is allowed to just Brick Break, or Fake Out, Brick Break, Mach Punch. This Hitmonchan, I mean. Sword Power deals not that much. Okay, I think it's probably fine. I mean, it really depends on, like, what was going to happen afterwards for me. Like, if I was going to lose the run on the 1 in 256 chance, I probably would have not clicked it. But I'm not going to lose the run, I'm just going to maybe lose another Pokemon. Hopefully it just doesn't come up. It doesn't come up. If it didn't have a fucking weakness policy, I wouldn't have to do any of that bullshit. But it has a weakness policy, of all things. Alright, Roxanne down, deathless. Awesome. Woo! I'm very happy that that went deathless. Serena had a very significant chance of dying, but everything went right, and according to plan. That means we're still on no deaths. 2 badges in. Although, it's only sort of no deaths, since I failed to catch an Onyx back in Granite Cave. Which is basically just as bad as a death, unfortunately. But that is exciting, because it means I get to fix my stream overlay with new information. There are lots of ways I get to refresh this overlay, and this is the only one that's exciting. The other ones are kind of depressing. That means I get to heal up and start going to the next fights. I did a bunch of looking ahead to a bunch of these shell split trainers. Basically, I was trying to see, would it cause problems if I risked Sarina? I decided it would not cause problems if I risked Sarina, but she's alive. That's better than her being dead. So let's see. First trainer is not this guy. First trainer here is this guy. Level 32 Hitmonchan kills this thing. Luxray, I've decided I'm always making a Luxray. Switches in and kills this thing. And then Luxray deals with this thing. Let me double check that Luxray thing. I'm pretty sure I'm correct in that, but... Yeah, I'm not losing anything important or valuable by leveling Luxray early. There's no way I'm avoiding a Luxray level all the way up to 49. Get Zenith up, and that's the only thing that matters here. I don't think Dizzy Punch is... Oh wait, this thing is gonna try to learn, like, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch. I don't know which ones I want to learn, and I don't want to have to think about it. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. Okay, cool. There's a tutor for those moves after Pokemon Trainer Shell, who's pretty soon. But... does Luxio normally evolve by level? It feels like a mon that would evolve by Thunderstone. But in this game, I'm pretty sure it's level 30. Let me check. Yeah, in this game, it's level 30. No, it's normally level 30. This is completely normal. Okay. I'm really happy that... I'm really happy that it does not have rivalry in this game, of all fucking things. What an ability. What an ability of all time. Okay, I need to stall the level until 31 because I do want Wild Charge. I am missing the ability... No, wait, Crunches would be 35. It's 35 next cap. 38 is still gonna happen. 42 will happen. Yeah. I need to delay it one level to get Wild Charge before Shell. Surely I have something less real than Charm. Yeah, I have Baby Doll Eyes. That's less real than Charm for sure. I don't really believe in Covet. This mon is not strong enough to be using random 60 BP fairy moves right now, considering that Covet has lost its additional effect in this game. So I'm just going to lose Covet. Alright, let me check everyone's abilities. Make sure I didn't miss something that will randomly fuck this up. Guts, that doesn't matter, I'm not statusing it. This thing didn't even need to be leveled for this, honestly. Like, yeah. Okay, it did, kind of. But 31's plenty. Yeah, this thing comes in, uses Spark. Then it just beats this thing pretty easily. Wait, what abilities? Quick Feet, I'm not statusing it. Keen Eye, I'm not lowering its accuracy. Lumberry, I'm not statusing it. Cool. There's no bright powders at this point in the game except for that one Shedinja in Petalburg Wood. Either of these ones do just have orange berries, right? Okay, yeah, those are fine. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have an item that bad things would happen if I lost it. Take out for fun because it's not fun. Wait, what? I don't understand why this thing came out. Bye, spam bot. I'm so confused. Came out. I'm slower, but I have a kill. Oh wait, it doesn't care about that, does it? It doesn't care about that. Lower than the players. Yeah, it's just a 0. Because this thing still takes more than it deals. Well, that's a good thing. It makes the fight easier, not that it needed to be easier. Okay, I'm probably going to have to figure out which punches I need or don't need. Because it's going to level whether I like it or not. That's my bad for not. That's my bad for leveling it to 32 or 31 instead of 30. I have speed and kill. Anyway, what's the next one? Oh wait, Poke Center first, then I look at them. Right, now I'm on the Poke Center. Next one is this thing. I already have the plan for this. Luxray Spark, KO's Oricorio, then I can Nuzzle Whimsicott. Yep. I use the Chesto Berry to avoid problems there. Whole team with Chestos can pile on Whimsicott. That seems fine. I'm going to just level the... I've been looking at the fights and I think I should just be leveling up the Ponyta to 32 at this point. There's no way I'm not doing it here. Similarly, no way I'm not doing it with... And then Luxio comes back in to clear the last thing. And it... Honestly, there's no way I'm not leveling this. Yeah, sure, something like that. So Ponyta has an interesting moveset when you level it at this point, because you have to pick whether you want to get Blaze Kick or Morning Sun. Morning Sun only comes at level 30 on Ponyta, and Blaze Kick only comes at level 26 on Rapidash. Morning Sun is a really good move in theory. However, Rapidash is not a renowned Bulkmon. However, I have a really good Rapidash, also. And I believe that everything I need Rapidash for... Let me check. Okay, so in theory, literal 5-hit, 5-crit Water Shuriken becomes a risk in this case. So that's like 16% times 1 in 16 to the 10, which is not real. I don't believe in it. I do not consider that relevant. I refuse to consider. Let's see, Firelash versus Blaze Kick. Firelash deals 80? I thought it was 80. Oh, 80 prior to champions, so it's 80 in this game. Blaze Kick is 85. Okay, let me double check my Rapidashes again. Rapidash is getting used there and only there. Does it also beat Lucario with Flame Wheel? I do need it for that too. It does not. Okay, I think I'm going to accept Blaze Kick. I think I'm willing to do that. I'm not sure I'll need to level Masharna, so I'm going to stall that one. Low Sweep. At last, Sarina can do damage in a type that's not grass type. Giga Drain, that just replaces Mega Drain. Let's think about this Lucario, actually. If that Rapidash with Blaze Kick does it, do I have really any other way at all to do it? I mean, if the answer is no, then that makes it... This can basically... Most of the... Just risky. And then Teamlet. If only it had, like, good speed. Actually, that... No, that would be enough, because I could Muscle Band it. Takeout would be bad because Steadfast. But I'm not hard scaling Hitmonchan's speed. That's not something I'm interested in doing right now. At least not yet. I think I'm going to accept Blaze Kick. Willing to commit. Double Kick, Growl is not a belief-worthy move. Evolving it now is what I need to do to get Blaze. No reason at all to keep Flame. If I didn't, this is probably fine. I do feel sad about it. I could learn Hypnosis. Hypnosis has a pretty, like... It's definitely possible that Hypnosis randomly beats something at some point. And I don't believe in Fire Spin without warning. Hypnosis is probably not a move I'm going to use for good plans, but like, Hypnosis will be something that Rapidash can click on the turn it's supposed to die, basically. And then if it hits, maybe it can live in. I do have some encounters. I'm not going to get encounters unless I have a hard fight that it seems like they'll help with. Right now, I'm skipping Route 115, Heidelberg City. I haven't gotten Route... No, I have gotten Route 116. Right. Actually, I guess there's only those two so far until I get to Ruster Tunnel. Because the trainers are in. That down there is a rare candy. We'll worry about that when we get to the next 2 trainer sets. Which is really 3 trainers if you think about it, since one of them's a double battle. Alright, Spark will outspeed and kill. No, it won't. Why did I think it would? Let me check why I thought it would. I think it would. Oh, I didn't think it would outspeed. Oh, wait, what? Oops. I should have watched the turn. That's really funny. Let me tap back. I guess I crit. Okay, I guess I must have crit. Fine. I still have a Chestoberry. That's why I have a Chestoberry. I don't need an attack set to use Nuzzle. That's not the point of using Nuzzle. It doesn't freeze or paralyze. Okay, cool. Luxio comes in. This thing will use Echoed Voice. Let me check that Luxio actually outspeeds, since I didn't for Oricorio. For Luxray, rather. 55-33. Okay, good. Yeah, this one just doesn't. I don't know why I thought it did. Maybe I messed up the speed IV. It would outspeed if it was not a 1 Luxray. It's even really sad that it doesn't outspeed, considering its plus speed. Alright. Back to the center. Next battle is also more or less planned. Try and have it together and double check it. Pokemon Center first, though. Alright, so the next battle plan is this one. Okay. So Komala dies to Hitmonchan using Fake Out Mach Punch. Does that still happen on level 31 Komala? Or, sorry, Fake Out Brick Break. Muscle Band, I guess? Or was it level 32? It must be Muscle Band. Does that still happen at level 31? It does happen at level 31. Okay. I can Helping Hand once to blank a Sucker Punch and technically take less damage. That doesn't matter at all. Then Gyarados comes in, I switch in Luxray, and then I use Spark. That is straightforward and easy. The hard one is the second part, because I have to do both of these two battles without switching my Pokemon. So, if I lead with a 1 HP Vivillon, then Purugly has to Fake Out it, or Super Feign it, I guess. Super Feign 1 HP Pokemon. It always deals a minimum of 1 HP damage, that's what I thought. I guess Super Feign, it just doesn't work on the Showdown calculator. I guess nobody cares about it in competitive Pokemon, which makes sense, to be honest. Yeah, the big thing we're doing here is we are using Vivillon to make sure that Luxray isn't getting attacked, and then Luxray will kill the Simipour and Masquerain. Means all of School Kid Jerry's Pokemon will be dead. And then at that point, I can switch in Breloom and Hitmonchan. Yeah, I can switch in Breloom and Hitmonchan. And then they can double Mach Punch, and that will end the fight. However, I mean, this plan is perfect. I just need Chester Berries for these two. The one thing is that this will definitely level Hitmonchan. I need to look ahead at anything once Hitmonchan. Laughable? No, nothing here is Hitmonchanable. Okay? Hitmonchan is not going to use Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch on this fight. Not on this fight either. Probably not on this fight. I could technically, but not even good at that. Okay. This fight, no, wait, maybe? Would it use Fire Punch on this thing specifically? No, that doesn't work well. Okay. Oh wait, run level. I still don't really want to use Fire Punch on them. That is the most likely so far. Nothing here. This is Lightning Rod, so it can't be that targeted by that anyway. Ice Punch is the most likely to get used, but I'm not using it here. Okay. And then this fight. Ice Punch would not be enough for it to stay in on Tajikus. It still wouldn't be able to do anything here. It doesn't help here or here. And then once I beat this trainer, then I get access to the computer. Okay, so I can just accept it leveling and teach it no punch moves. Since it's going to level eventually anyway like that... Oh, wait, I need to actually fix my team. That part's important, too. I do need it to actually be on my team to do it. Yep. Oh, I also need the Vivian to be on my team. Vivian, get in here. Vivian does not need to be leveled up for this fight, since it just needs to be at literally 1 HP and no protect. It has to be literally 1 because it has to bait Super Feign, which doesn't kill unless it's at literally exactly 1 HP. Yeah. Okay. So I need Luxray and Vivian for the leads. I need something that Vivian switches into. What do I need Vivian to switch into? Vivian needs to switch into Octillery to tank move. That works fine, I think. If I do that, it would level. There's not really much chance I'm not leveling, though. Is Masharna the same thing? No, Masharna's not the same thing. Wait, Masharna's kind of the same thing, actually. Yeah, Masharna baits Bug Buzz, which is fine. Like, it won't die to any crits. Okay. Yeah, Masharna is fine. Cool. And doesn't mean I evolve something. Remoraid can stay level 14 a while longer. It has literally not seen use. I caught it because I thought I needed help with Combuskin, and then I had a Deathless Combuskin anyway. I expect it to continue to not see very much. But Masharna is good. Masharna's good. Dazzling Gleam is probably better than Draining Kiss. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Those are both decent moves. Not incredible. I'm gonna go with Kiss. I'm gonna go with Kiss. If I regret it, I regret it, so be it. I don't think that the fairy move on my psychic type is likely to be super important in this game. I can ignore punches because I'm about to learn them from tutors. And I don't need them before I reach the... I don't know if I'll ever use Helping Hand, but there's no reason to take away the option. Item-wise, nobody's item actually matters, I don't think. I think this is the fight where literally no items matter. It matters that Vivian doesn't have an Oranberry. That's true. I'll give them Oranberries because that's just the polite thing to do. And there's no, like, knockoff moves involved. I should make sure that I have super potions. Oh, wait. Sorry, that's not first. First is the Hitmonchan. The Hitmonchan fight needs a muscle bait. I don't have a muscle bait. Is that fine? I'm pretty sure that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. This thing will Sucker Punch, who cares? I'll just Mac Punch after. Actually, I'll just Mac Punch after anyway, it's funny. Really funny that I can do that. Yep, okay. I don't need them. I do need to go to the Pokemart and get, like, antidotes and super food. should also buy Great Balls before I forget that those exist. I have no idea if there's a way to grind for money in this game if it comes down to it. I don't think you ever need to have money in this game either, though. Great. Time to get Vivian down to exactly 1 HP. That is possible, right? If it's not possible, I guess I'm capable of... How many? 72? Okay. I'm gonna test if it's possible. Or if it, like, when it hits 1... I don't know if it says survives the poison it faded away when it hit 1, or when it would have hit 0. I think I'm at, like, 2. Yeah, exactly 2. Oh wait, I don't need it to still be poisoned. That's actually perfect. I don't need it to still be poisoned after. Okay, let me double check the abilities don't matter here. On the other fight, Torrent doesn't matter because I'm killing it in 1 hit. Intimidate matters a little, but that's already accounted for in the calc. Defiant doesn't matter because the only attacking move it's using is getting protected. Lumberry doesn't matter because I'm not statusing it. Lumberry doesn't matter because I'm not statusing it. Focus Sash, I am double Mac punching. And that's why that's fun. Okay. This should be fine. My team... My Hitmonchan, Luxio, Beryllium, Vivian team is ready. For these guys. Why is... Okay, this guy's dialogue is outdated, I guess. This guy does not have gorgeous furred Pokemon. I guess Koala kind of does. Anyway, I use Fake Out. It flinches. I use Mac Punch. It uses Sucker Punch, but it fails. And then I use Mac Punch again, and it died. If I had kept Thunder Punch, I could have killed it without the Luxray, but there's no prize for that. Why would I do that? Intimidate procs. I switch to Luxray. And I don't even lose my Orange. Alright, now I use a Super Potion to heal up Hitmonchan's Luxray's HP. And then I switch in my 2 Mons, take center stage for the fight. Fine if this is Iron Fist. It's an Orange Ray. It does have Iron Fist, but that's not what I meant to say. I'm gonna poison Breloom. Wait, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I should poison Breloom on principle in the future, but I can't do that right now because I need the rare candy. Right, I'm going to make sure Vivian didn't magically stop having Protect while I wasn't looking good. Rapidash would have done the same thing Masharna's doing. I just forgot about that being the case, because I wasn't committing to evolving the Masharna when I originally planned this fight. Or evolving the Rapidash. Giant looks scary, but it's really not. Spark Semaphore and Protect. Right, Frogly uses Fake Out on Makeup. Makeup Protect. Yep. I think it's fun to do stuff like this, as long as it's in a game like this one. Like in something relatively easier, like probably Renplat or like Tectonic. I do not think it would be fun to do this, just because the game is not hard enough to justify that level of setup. Also, those games don't... Like, this game makes it convenient to do that with the Pokemon Center NPC. Wait, did Masharna work? Hold on. Masharna... How much can Masharna take? Too much. I'm not switching in Masharna, right? I'm not switching in Masharna. Bad things will happen. I will switch in Rapidash. That's fine. Rapidash, bad things cannot happen to Rapidash. The problem with Masharna is that I forgot when I was picking it. Yeah, actually, Renplat was a bad example. I haven't played Renplat enough to say that. Or, like, I haven't played Renplat at all. That burn is funny, it doesn't matter at all. It has a Lumberry, it matters even less than I thought. It does matter in my heart too. See? No. Okay. I didn't give the... I messed up. I did mess up for sure. I guess I should switch to Hitmonchan and... Oh? Actually, no. What I should do is I should Nuzzle it and Hypnosis it, I guess. I was supposed to give these two Pesto Berries, but they have Oran Berries. And I need them to both be awake when Sneasel comes, or bad things happen. Let me check Breloom, actually. So what I need to do is get one of my active mons to be asleep. So that I can switch that mon to Hitmonchan safely. Because if the mon is already asleep, then it won't Hypnosis that mon. And then I can fake out this thing while I... Lucky Chant, why not? Oh right, I forgot about that. That doesn't matter to the reason I'm doing this, but... Yeah, like this thing's moveset is like Fake Tears, Super Feign, Fake Out, Hypnosis. None of which are moves that do anything here. I just really want it to put Maimon to sleep. There's something deeply wrong. Yes, it cannot kill anything unless if I mean in theory it could eventually. I guess I should switch in Rapidash here. Overall better for turns. I'm gonna use Lucky Chant because it heals Ron to how dare you? That was disappointing. But yeah, it can kill Luxray. Like, Luxray has 13 HP, which means it will kill Luxray in one brings it to 7, 2 brings it to 4, 3 brings it to 2. In 5 Super Feigns, it'll kill Luxray. Which, if it doesn't finally click Hypnosis, might matter. I didn't mean to click that. I clicked Draining Kiss, I think. Super Feign can deal lethal if you're at literally 1 HP. It rounds down normally. However, oh, that's actually a good question. Let's see. Trainer battles. I'm not counting, so I don't actually know how much HP. It lists Fake Out first. In this game, only the first move in the documentation has its PP maxed. So it has 16 Super Feigns. I don't know how many it's used, though. I guess what I could do is just... No, I don't want to switch in something else. I really want it to just Hypnosis him and hit. In theory, it's about 8 over... I should not have nuzzled. I should have used Yawn. That would have had the same effect. Yes, I do know that. One might even say that that explains my action. Although I guess, how much does Breloom's Mach Punch deal? That's what I should check. Let's see. Breloom's Mach Punch on Perugly deals enough? Yeah? I don't know why you're saying sorry. I meant, yes, I do know that in the sense of, yes, you're so right. Nope. Not. Okay, there we go. Alright, and this side switches into Hitmonchan. I think all of this could have been avoided in many ways. If I had poisoned Breloom too, this could have been avoided. Poison I think getting full parrot on the turn that I finally switch is one of the funniest outcomes. Anyway, we can finish the fight now. And levels up, that's fine. Vivian is one of the most notable mons in my box. Keep lower level because of act, which means it's possible that it will be relevant later on. That it can die to something. This thing doesn't think it's dying to my fast kill. I mean, doesn't think it dies. Because it doesn't care about that from slower mons, even though I have Mach Punch. Not smart enough to know about that. Great. Now I run back to the PC. And I start looking at the next fight. Next fight is Dreadnought clears. Double check that that's true. I'm not interested enough in keeping Dreadnought to a lower level to change that. So, Dreadnought, Rock Tomb goes for the first bleed. It can take 34 damage. Dreadnought, Rock Tomb. It could get Thunder Fang twice. It could definitely get Thunder Fanged twice. And this thing has Swarmed or Matter. Swarm could matter. Okay, but I also have Rapidash. So I should just switch in Rapidash. This thing can win the first fight. And then Rapidash can... Oh, wait, actually. Okay, well, I have a Rapidash. This appears to be an I have a Rapidash, so I don't need to think fight. So I will honor that fight by taking a Rapidash and not thinking. Let's pick the abilities just in case. Pincer, no priority. Hypercutter doesn't matter. Lumberry doesn't matter. I kill it. Durant, first impression doesn't feel enough to matter. I kill in one hit. Swarm doesn't matter. Lumberry doesn't matter. Field Dust doesn't matter. Lumberry doesn't matter. I have speed. I kill in one hit. Perfect. Awesome. Back to the Pokemon Center. Prepare for the next fight. I don't know if I'm going to need to take any encounters. I might need an encounter for Shell, or want an encounter for Shell anyway. There's not a lot of downside to taking Verdanturf or Rusturf if they could help at all. But trainers I've been fighting haven't made it come. Something kills Granbull, then Rapidash comes in with me. Rapidash does come in. What kills this? I didn't like the Masharna answer. I had it for. Might be a fine answer. Okay, even no wait, if this starts bulk upping, an annoying thing start happening. Maybe. I don't want to level that. That one's a good one to. The Masharna? Is the Masharna fine on the Granbull? Oh wait, the Masharna's... Oh yeah, the Masharna's probably fine on the Granbull. Fortunately, it's Psyshock, so Bulk Up actually can do annoying things. Oh, it has a Citrus Berry, huh? How does Serena do? Okay. I guess what Serena does is Serena just means that whenever Serena switches out, never going to be like plus attack. How much will Celio? Celio doesn't evolve yet, that's fine. That's not as... Wait, yeah. If I can get, like... Okay, so I can use, like, Celio, then. That works. That should work fine. Okay. I'm fine leveling Celio. I'm not even gonna worry about if I could get away with not leveling Celio. I don't think that's worth thinking about. I'm just going to... Green them on. I do want Celio. I don't need Vivian. I like Luxray. Actually, I won't take Luxray. Actually, I will take Luxray. Luxray's fine. Take away everyone's item. Rapidash needs a Cherry Berry. Everyone else can really just have Oran Berries. I think I'll be happier with how this fight goes if I give Arena a Miracle Seed. I don't think that actually... I think it's just definitely going to win no matter what, but that makes it less likely to be really annoying. I do need to actually level the Celio. That is important. I'm going to make a plan involving it. Let me level it. Body Slam is not a real move. Normal coverage is not a real coverage type. I don't have to look. I don't believe in that. Icy Wind is a real speed control. And Ice Ball is not real. Just so you know, I've never once been bested by anyone at anything. Yes. Didn't need the Celio. I'm not sure if I ever needed the Celio. I think it's possible I needed this. If I got some... But I didn't. That's fine. Yeah, the thing about the fights in this area, DP, is that, technically, they're built in a way that, in theory, believed you could do them like before that gym leader that I started the stream with, before Roxanne. But you really can't. They're not easy enough for that. But now I'm like 7 levels above these, so most of these are pretty easy. We're pretty close to one that's actually hard. That Semaphore Sneasel one looked easy because I pre-planned the Luxray stuff, but sometimes that one's annoying. We'll get to harder ones pretty soon, though I don't think we should be risking anything from now until at least Shell, which is the next major boss after a couple more trainers. Right? Get the next one. Alright. The really funny thing about this Tangela that I noticed when I was looking at it earlier is that this Fabian kills with Signal Beam. Not when I level it up. It just kills with Signal Beam as it. Which will consistently bait in this Cramorant using Philpeck, which lets me switch in this and kill it with Spark, which consistently baits in this, which dies to Arena. This is the Ron 1. This was if I was... Also, I can remove a bunch of these mons now. I should update my box with the script. I can't... Real box. Import. Right, now everything I just imported, I can get rid of every other instance. Breloom, this is the Breloom I need. Hitmonchan, this is the only Hitmonchan I need. These stay down here. Ponyta, I can get rid of Ponyta. Arena, oh, this Arena, the Shellcapser. And both of these, oh wait, no, just the Roxanne Mightyena. I haven't actually looked at Mightyena. I haven't actually leveled this either of it. Did I not level this Dreadnought, really? I guess I haven't? Weird. I didn't realize I hadn't used Dreadnought yet. I feel like I've used it, even though I didn't. It's because of Jose. But anyway, Vivian beats Tangela consistently and easily. Then this loses to Luxray consistently and easily. Then this loses to Arena consistently and easily. Okay, cool. I'm willing to accept the... I'm willing to trade a little bit of XP on Vivian for not having to think about the fight anymore. I could probably use Rapidash instead. Easily. But then I would have to think about the fight some. And it's easy to think about, but I just don't care about Vivian. Berry, this shouldn't trigger, but just in case. Nice silver. Hold on. Item location, silver powder. Or round one. Held items, silver powder. Petalburg Woods past the cut tree. Where's my silver powder? Do I have it on me? I wouldn't have it on me. Nothing in my party's holding an item right now. I guess it must still be in Petalburg Woods, because it didn't get knocked off anywhere. I should go get it before I forget about it again. I don't actually need it for this fight, but I will eventually. At some point it'll be... Cut tree. Make sure this is activated. Up here. Down here? Silver powder? Okay, down here. There we go. Now I can go back and go back around. Go back to Petalburg. I don't actually need to go to the Pokemon Center, but it feels better. Silver powder, Vivian, just for fun. And then Oran berries on everyone. Right. Just to make absolutely sure. 26. Silver powder for good measure. I outspeed, I kill. Okay, good. Why does Signal Beam kill another? Good luck. It just has better VPU. Fair enough. This is another fight. This Cramorant is another spot where it's like, Lexio's speed of 1 would be disappointing, but it doesn't matter at all again. It's going to Surf, it's going to trigger Bolt Missile, but it doesn't deal that much. I don't remember if Bolt Missile works when it dies. I guess not. Now it's gonna use Surf. And then I'll just kill it by spamming Trot Kick. Too bad it's allowed to use Extreme Speed because I have, what's it called? Because I have Sweet Veil. But also Sweet Veil was really helpful last fight overall, I would say. And that depends on perspective, probably. No, I'd say it was helpful, right? Maybe. I'm not sure if it was helpful last fight, actually. Like, it probably was even. The thing is, I could have just used Drop Kick and then had a chance to not get Icy. I don't know, I'm thinking about this too much. It was pretty high odds to Icy Wind even then, and I couldn't have Rapid Spin that way. It was probably good. Thank you, Nurse Joy. Molly, my regards. Alright, and now we're on, this guy. This guy's, claim to fame is that the lead is Arena Trap Double Team Doug Trio. We're going to use Staravia and say, no thank you, goodbye, get out of my life. And then we're just going to switch in Hitmonchan, who will fake out Mac. Staravia, I am fine with just leveling. Also, I don't think I have another good on to get through the fight with. Secret Power is always retutorable if I need it. The fact that it still knows Secret Power tells you a lot about Staravia's move pool in this game. Namely that it's bad. Although it has dual Wing Bait, which is a really good move. I shouldn't complain too much. Items don't actually matter this fight. None of the Mons except for Staravia and Hitmonchan matter this fight. It's just Aerial Ace and then Quick Attack or another Aerial Ace, depending on whether it double teamed, then switch Fake Out Mac. And that should be that's the last fight that I have completely ready to go, or at least mostly ready to go. Sarah was only mostly ready to go. Oh, this is the fight. Oh, okay. I was wondering who this guy was. Why he was standing there. I was wondering if he was like an NPC who would give me an item. But it was not to be. That's fine though. Quick Attack kills. Because that's what it's like to be a Doug Trio and die horribly. Fake out just to break the sash. And Mac Punch to kill. Tangling Hair doesn't matter since I'm using priority. Why, if I were a rain cloud, I would shower you with gratitude and hail you as a hero, as Artemis deserves. Oh, I get one Ultra Ball because I talked to this guy, okay. And I get to buy Ultra Ball. That's more nice. Since Staravia forgot, I don't know why he's like this, okay? I do not know why he is like this. Oh, I finally get raspberries. That's maybe nice. I didn't mean to not take them. You can tell this game knows what it's about when it's giving you exciting new items like raspberries after your second badge. One day I'll get the muscle band and White's glasses. They're actually exciting. I think there might actually be one more for the cave. I think the guy I was thinking was next was in the cave. But yeah, this guy, okay. First of all, let me fix my real box exports. Does dual wing beat outspeed? No, I'm slower. Okay, never mind. What did I plan? That is 7, okay. Vivian? Oh, Vivian would kill Primeape if I leveled it to 31. Because that's when it learns Air Slash. And also when it starts outspeeding Primeape. I think that's fine. I think I'm willing to level Vivian to 31. Nice. And then I would switch in Breloom. Would kill this with Giga Drain in one hit easily. That sounds great to me. And then I would switch in, who? Dreadnought? I would level Dreadnought, switch it in, and kill it with Ice Flame. That sounds good to me. Okay. Celio wouldn't work as well. Yeah, Celio wouldn't work as well. Just because Acrobatics deals too much damage, potentially. A lot of damage, that's scary. Oh, is that actually fine? No, that's not. Wait, that is fine. But I'm fine leveling Dreadnought. I don't care enough about leveling to play around it that bad. I do need this Breloom. I don't need this Staravia. Bring this. Dion needs to be level 21. Yeah, what I would do if I was playing it correctly... Okay, I guess I should play it correctly. So what I will do is, instead of switching to Dreadnought and then Ice Feigning, I will switch to Luxio on the Acrobatics, then I'll switch to Celio, and then Celio doesn't die to Crit Tantrum plus Crit Acro, so it's fine. It's always going to Luxio, or Tantrum on Luxio. Intimidate doesn't do anything because Hypercutter. Hypercutter is a really funny ability because it does nothing almost always, and then once the blue moon. Huh, it did something. I didn't know it could do that. Anyway, since I'm not planning on using Dreadnought, I won't even bring it. No point in breeding a level 25 Dreadnought. Although I'm probably going to end up leveling it. Actually, there's no way I'm not leveling it. Because it's my best answer by far to Shell's Dalcatty. I'm just going to bring it and level it now. I guess there's no reason to level it now. So I'll deal with it later. Just on general principle, it's better to do it that way. Double check Vivian at 31 kills this thing. Export my real box. And Vivian outspeeds by 1, always kills. Awesome. Alright, now we're gonna look at move changes. We're going to look at Air Slash, 95 to 100%. Okay, I just had to make sure. Technically, for most of these mons, it's worse to have an Oranberry in every way, but fine. I will change my order for vibes again. Okay. I kind of feel like I should really start, not bribing. I feel like I should start poisoning Breloom before fights on general principle. Because otherwise I'm going to forget that that's something I can do. I'm really glad it has that move, or that ability. Poison Kill, I mean. Run. In Attempt 1, it had Effect Spore. Effect Spore is substantially worse, and arguably actively a negative ability in this game. Because Effect Spore, if it triggers, stops you from applying the status you actually want to apply. Anyway, we're switching in Lux Spray, because that will consume the Flying Gem. Intimidate will proc, but be blocked. Now it's going to use Tantrum, which just won't deal that much damage because it's a level 25 Gligar. Alright, and because the Flying Gem's gone, Acrobatics didn't deal that much damage. Alright, the next fight is a sand fight that will not... Okay. So, this fight... Oh, not this fight. Hold on. This fight is based around how this Sandaconda in the lead has Sand Spit ability. When you hit it with a move, then it will cause Sand to start. My Breloom has the move Worry Seed. I will be using Worry Seed to opt out of Sand being a thing, basically. So, yeah. So I'm going to poison my Breloom, because why wouldn't I poison my Breloom? Use Worry Seed turn 1. It could crit Fire Fang, which would deal 60, bringing me to 23. Oranberry heals to 33. Poison Heal heals to 43. And Min Roll Giga Drain heals to 71. So I will never die to double crit, so that's completely safe. Then Stoutland will come out using probably a move. 8, 15, 25, 4. It is possible, but unlikely, that instead of using a move, it will be... No, it can't use Howl. It will always be using Play Rough, probably. And if it's not using Play Rough, it'll be because it dies. It does kind of look like Luxray just does fine. No, wait, Luxray looks like it does fine because it's triggering its inhibitor. Which is asleep. But I can switch this in with a Cherry Berry. Use Rock Tomb. Switch this in. On a submission. Or really whatever. And then use Fake Out Brick Break. And then that will always make Clefable Draining Kit. Sounds great to me. Yeah, okay. I think Luxio is probably the better option, actually. Oh no, Luxio's not the better option. Okay. The big issue here is basically just, how do I beat this Clefable without risking random annoying stuff happening? And the answer is Burn to Masharna. Burn to Masharna is easy. Burn to Masharna comes in, uses Psyshock 3 times, it never dies. Okay, well... The most damage Masharna can take on each turn. It could 4-kill. It can 4-kill, but no, wait, sorry. It thinks it can 4-kill because it doesn't know about my Oranberry. So 112 plus 7 per burn tick is 140. So it actually still could 4. Slightly annoying, but most... I can always just switch into something like Serena, or even better, Rapidash would work great, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Dreadnought into Hitmonchan sounds great. Hitmonchan could take some damage there. Pretty sure that shouldn't be a big issue. Level 32 Grottle doesn't do enough, I don't think. Sarina does fine. Sarina can just come in, attack it twice, and okay, cool. And then Rapidash is just a good general purpose tiny have around, so that works. Who needs pre-whatever? Masharna needs pre-burned. Sarina should be... Wait, no, instead of Rapidash I should use on Clefable, I should use something that baits anything but Ice Beam. Oh, Rapidash works great. Okay, cool. Arena in. Helio. Hitmonchan in. Leon out. Redna in. Luxray out? Luxray out, yep. Poison my Breloom. Not going to take any damage because it has the beautiful ability Poison Heal. Dreadnought gets Water Stab. Really nice. Well, Water Stab with the right attacking stat. Rock Slide is also good. I don't believe in Bite anymore. Now I can fix my items up. Oh. Berry Berry for... Oh, I need to pre-status, yeah, both Rapidash and Serena can have a Cherry Berry. Everyone else just gets an Oran Berry. And I need to pre-burn Masharna to avoid bad status. Even though it has Synchronize, I still don't want my Masharna to get frozen or paralyzed. Because RNG that equally affects both sides is still RNG. Oranberry is better than Miracle Seed because it's not like I can kill in one hit anyway. Let me check. Item check real quick. Oranberry except for the 2 cherries. Yep. Good. We're up, alright. And then after this fight, we'll be in Burdenturf Town. We can stop running to Petalburg City every time. And I get an item. I think this is the Heartstone? Yep. Heartstone. Awesome. That's the Muscle Band, I believe. Ooh, Rock Smash. Nice. Oh, Rock 2. I already have Rock Smash. Because I beat Roxanne, so I can smash Roxanne. Though the HM Rock Smash, I believe, is somewhere in Mauville City. Also, being in Rusturf Tunnel means I have one more, what's it called? The fact that I'm in Rusturf Tunnel means I have one more encounter that I can access whenever I feel the need. No reason to do that now, though. Poison Heal is such an illegal... It feels so good to have this ability. Stoutland comes out. Look at Stoutland actually. Okay, Play Rough can kill. So I do need to get how unreasonably high I have my health. I still need to get out. Please be play rough. Okay, good. Then some. Let me check Hitmonchan's speed. Hitmonchan is faster anyway, and I just need to get some damage down. I guess I will Laser Shell. Actually, I guess I'll Ice Fin. Wait, no, I shouldn't have Ice Fin. No, that's fine. That's enough damage. Submission. Now Hitmonchan can come in. Hopefully it howls. It doesn't really matter. It used submission again. I guess the way this fight actually went, it really wasn't a big deal whether I had or didn't have Sand. I mean, it's still nicer that it's not up overall. But as a general rule, I would say this has been surprisingly, like, sand irrelevant. Oh, cool. Nice. Use Raining Kiss. Ice Shock still. If only I could steal the items from these trainers. Like, this Clefable has a Life Orb. If only. This is going to use a Rock or Steel Loop. Let me double check that's true. Yeah, okay, could use either. Doesn't matter really much at all. Guess I can yawn before I leave. Why not? Doesn't have a Lumberry, does it? Let me check. Yeah, it doesn't have a Lumberry. Nice. Arena can take a move. Nice. And now I switch in. We check Hitmonchan. I believe Hitmonchan just kills you. Yes. Okay. And it can't attack Hitmonchan because it's not really very threatening at all. It's supposed to have Sand Force activated. Right, I go this way because there is this weird area down here. This guy. Somewhere in this area there are wise classes. I don't remember where. There they are. Okay, cool. I dropped my glasses. Can you help me find them? These are black glasses. They're not what I'm looking for. Maybe my glasses aren't around here. Those aren't the glasses I just picked up. Okay, I guess that's fine. That's really funny. Yep, and now we're in Burdenturf Town. That's another encounter we get. And can continue ignoring for the time being. Not much reason to ignore it, and the moment a fight is hard, I will be taking the Rust Turf and Burdenturf Town encounter. But while that's not the case, I can keep ignoring them. I don't remember if there's any items in Burdenturf Town or not. Seems to want to be babied a little. Aw, cute, bro. You know, I think that's just true of Breloom. It just looks like it has that vibe. I think there's a protective pads from here. I got these to protect myself from creepy men hitting on me. But now, I want to get back into dating, you see? Well, it doesn't matter. How would you like to take this item from me? My feelings, I'm sure the attraction is mutual. Things don't turn out the way I want them to. Traits are not okay. Yeah, I can buy nest balls and moon balls. And also, I guess, fluffy tails. I don't think I need these anytime soon. Let's buy some for emergencies. I can mostly ignore the rest. I'll buy like 2 balls. I'll buy like 5 nest balls. All the items that are completely... Let's not sell the rare candy. Not sell that. Or any of that. Any of that. Any of that. Any of that. Okay. I don't understand why I can't use my items in battle. Well, I'm glad that line of dialogue got changed. That's cute. Anyway, next trainer. Next trainer is this Gothitol one, named Lydia. Good name, Breeder Lydia. Okay, so... Masharna beats this no matter what. Breloom, if it's pre-poisoned, beats this no matter what. Mighty Yenna with Crunch beats this. I'll just have to give Mighty Yenna Crunch. And Groddle beats this. Yeah, that's straightforward. Cool. None of those moves can change anything about Groddle winning. That's awesome. Groddle doesn't really need an item for that. Groddle in, Rapidash out. Mighty Yenna in. The only ones that actually matter are Masharna, Groddle, Serena. Not Serena. Masharna, Groddle, Breloom, and Mighty Yenna. I'll just leave it like this. Nature Power doesn't trigger Earthquake enough for me to care. Seed Bomb's really good. Razor Leaf is now outdated. Let's remove it. Oh, and I need to also do this for Mighty Emma. Means I need to pick which I lose. Alright, my guess is that I don't believe in Charm. That could be wrong. It could have been Fire Fang. I think keeping Bolt Beam Feigns is correct. And everyone just needs Oranberries, except I should give Grottle a Miracle Seed. Or not Grottle, Breloom a Miracle Seed. It doesn't need one to win, but it does make it feel better. Alright, let me go and check to make sure. This Gothitelle has Shadow Tag, by the way. It's not nice. It doesn't like you. Or, like, it wants you to suffer, I mean. Yep, that's fine. This is fine. This... Rattle, there's the rattle. Yep, this is fine. It barely doesn't kill with 3 shockwaves. Although I'm using, an Oranberry anyway. And then Breloom should easily be fine here. Cool. I am cute. Right. That would be really awkward if I hadn't put my Pokemon order right, considering, again, Shadow Tag. But I did do my Pokemon order right. Raining Kiss just doesn't deal that much. And it will die to ow. That's ow. Still fine, but that's more than I thought it would feel, or feel like it dealt anyway. Hitmonchan in. This Sky Uppercut means I can switch to Karna. Oh, I guess Textricity? Oh, really? Okay. How much does Textricity do to Masharna anyway? $56 even if it crits? I should kill. Okay. could have stuck with the plan. On principle, I probably should have stuck with the plan. Not because it mattered, but because it's just good to not leave myself open to the potential for random bullshit. I have fake tears. I should probably use fake tears first. Not a big deal either way, I don't think. Probably gonna recover. Oh, actually, I can't recover. I should have used fake tears first in the first place, though. And that's this fight. Alright. The next fight is Pokemon Breeder Corgi. Let's look at Pokemon Breeder Corgi properly. Let's look at it not in the damage count. I think it's really funny. Well, really cute. Look at this. It's Breeder Corgi. Arcanine, Furfrou, Lucario, Manectric, Bolton. Very cute. Very thematic. Also really terrifying. But yeah, I was looking at this one before, and Rapidash can switch in and then kill Lucario. It might finally be time to actually get an October. Just maybe. Or maybe not. It might be worse than Dreadnought. It's probably worse than Dreadnought. Certainly at least less consistent than Dreadnought. But yeah, okay. Yeah, Dreadnought leads. Dreadnought is always going to bait Lucario no matter what. Actually, literally no. The only way it could not bait Lucario is if it got absurdly. Then this would come in on that and use Blaze Kick on an Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere would put it somewhere between 44 and 52 HP. Which would bait Furfrou no matter what. It would bait Furfrou no matter what, okay. I wouldn't be able to stay. Okay. No. Dreadnought can come in. I mean, the problem with this Furfrou... Well, there are two problems with this Furfrou. The first problem with this Furfrou is that Furfrou actually has good stuff. And that's before it has been Furcrow. The second problem with this Furfrou second problem with it that it has a trap. Also, I'm never doing this again with the that was front. It might be better to artillery. Artillery, well, artillery baits depends on what happens. 22 HP artillery baits for, but 58 HP artillery. Do Dreadnought for now and see how that goes. Yeah, this thing gets to Rock Tomb, then the Arcanine will actually ease every time. Which actually means I can choose something I want to switch into, I feel. But then it will take 2 weeks to do. That's probably not worth it. I think I should just lead with this. It'll bait in Lucario no matter what. Hitmonchan will come in and do... No, not Hitmonchan. Rapidash will come in and deal with that fine. Also, I just don't have very many special attackers. The only mon with HP fighting is Vivillon or Lombre. I'm not willing to teach Vivillon Hidden Power. I'm just not willing. Alright, okay, I'm gonna take Resturf Tunnel. I think the odds Resturf Tunnel helps this are pretty decent. Because it's full of mostly ground types. There are some exceptions, like for example, this run doesn't have a combi. Because I got Vivillon instead, which is so much better than a combi. But still not a combi. Let me make sure I have a good number of Pokeballs real quick. I have 15 Great Balls, that's probably enough. And I get a Gligar. Gligar should be good on some of these. Sure. Let me check Gligar's move pool to make sure I don't randomly die a mon to Wild Mons. Night Slash. Oh no, sorry, 16. Quick Attack, Feint Attack, Struggle Bug, Sand Attack. Nothing real. Good. Nothing real means I can just use Pokeballs. And not worry about it too much. Okay, let me put it in the calc. Gligar Blink Set, level 16. We're going to assume it has max attack IVs and minimal defensive IV, because that would be the most annoying possible for catching purposes. I would love it to have maximum attack IVs once I actually have it caught. I have no idea what the catch rate is. I don't really know very much about catching mechanics in Pokemon in general. I'm just putting it to sleep and hoping that's enough, to be honest. If it's not enough, I'll switch into Hitmonchan or something. I don't know if I even have a Hitmonchan with me. Glides without making a single sound. It grasps the face of its foes using kind and large front claws, then stabs with poison barb. Unlike Breloom, this mon does not have 50-50 useless ability or poison heal. I believe it just has guaranteed useless ability. Yeah, it only gets Hypercutter when you have it as a player. I get to evolve Gligar, immediately once I have 3 badges. The Razor Fane is sold in... I'm going to open the item location, the evolution items. The Razor Fane is sold at Petalburg City. I've already been there, but it requires 3 badges. What hath Gligar brought to the Demon Castle? I feel like Gligar, like, you can really imagine it just picking up something and just carrying it. Something many times larger than itself. But it feels wrong to name it Carcass. Eh. Alright. Let's check its IVs. Let's see if I can believe in the Gligar. Probably good even with that IV. And it's good that that's true since... I mean, this is a... Damn. Like... It's so close. All it needs is to not be minus attack. Yet. And yet. And yet. Yet it's minus attack. Like, that's really good special bulk. It's good that it has a good speed stat. But is it gonna be able to kill things with 7 minus? I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. This run has been above average. I am very happy with my overall encounters. I'm happy that this was a Gligar. Like, even bad IV's Gligar is still a Gligar. This Hitmonchan has been surprisingly good. I thought Hitmonchan would be, like, disappointing. And I would really wish it wasn't a Hitmonchan, but... Also, it has 31 special attack for some reason. This one has 31 special attack, but that's better. That's okay. I don't know. Okay, I don't need to look at my encounters like that. I need to look at this. Yeah, but having this Gligar means that I can, like, make it level 35. And then once it's level 35, it eats the fun pretty clean. Doesn't really do very much to anyone. Oh, wait, it's level 32, not 30. Everything I said remains true, though. It's not good into the Manectric because the Manectric has Ice Fang. Which, fair enough. But yeah. This can switch into the Voltund, I think no matter what. Oh, it learns Fly now. It learns Fly, Bulldoze, Night Slash, and Aerial Aid. It could learn Bug Bite too, but there's no reason to teach it. Whoops, I unplugged my mic. There's no reason to teach it Bug Bite right now because there's a Bug Bite too. I can learn that at any time. But the issue I'm still having here is how to beat this Furfrou from existence. Which is, actually kind of painful to figure out. If I can intimidate it at all, maybe I can. Artillery beats this thing. Actually, I say that Gligar can't beat this. Can Gligar beat this fine? Gligar can beat this fine. If it isn't switching in on... Oh, the problem with that is that I don't have Asper Berries, actually, so it doesn't win it. It just doesn't do what I really need it to do. Burned Masharna beats this fine, though, I think. 49 times 3 is 147. Okay, that's a little less here. But if I switch to Gligar first... Yeah. Alright, I should be considering synchronize when I go places. I wouldn't have wanted to. I wouldn't have wanted my Gligar to be bold anyway, so... But it's something worth considering. It might be better than Compound Eyes. Compound Eyes tends to be good, because Compound Eyes means you have a higher chance to see a held item. I haven't yet gotten a held item, though. Wild Charge, Octazooka kills. Bro. This thing, Rapidash comes in. This thing... this thing Gligar comes in. This comes in. Hard. Like if anything like a paralysis happened. Upward. best I can do. I don't think I have a way to status this. This deals a bunch of damage, but has some awkward. Why is this Dreadnought here? I don't need this Dreadnought yet. Oh yeah, okay. Something I can do is switch in like Luxio into Manectric and into Furfro. And then that would let me use this. It does different things in each case. But like, if I'm baiting Thunderbolt, I can bring this in, Bulldoze, switch to something else that's fine with an Ice Fang. I don't think I have something else that's fine with it. If I burn something that's not Masharnite. Okay, is this fine? Let's see. Octillery always beats this. Rapidash always beats this. Luxray, Ligar, into Bulldoze, into the Gligar can flinch. Ew. Yuck. Gross. Ice Fang has a... That's fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna roll Verdant Turf Town. I'm gonna make sure, is there a reason not to roll Verdant Turf Town? I don't really think so. I already have a Shroomish, so there's no incentive to change it around. There are enough physical attackers that I don't want to roll Synchronize. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine on rolling Verdant Turf Town. How many dupes do I have here? Just Shroomish Breloom. Okay. We'll see what I get. I would be happy with most area. Petalil, I have no idea if Petalil is good, when Petalil is good, whether you're supposed to get the Hisuian one or not. But I'm going to catch it and find out later. Petalil is very petable. Little and petable, just like the name. I think you evolve either form in Mauville City. Let me check. Yes, you need a Sunstone or a Leafstone, which I can buy both of those infinitely once I get to Mauville City. As soon. But not immediately, and it will definitely not help with the immediate fight. Petalil has brought beautiful smells to the Demon Castle. That is its conquest. Out of it. Okay, we're not there yet. We have 4G first. I would like to do Corgi if I can figure it out in a reasonable time frame. Oh, but first I should go check Petalo. Check its IVs. If it's something like 31 plus modest / adamant, then maybe I will just let the game decide for me like that. No item, I don't know if I could have called an item. Okay, I guess. That's fine. Not good, that's not terrible, it's mid. Okay, it's not useful right now, so I don't need to think about it. Can I just... Okay, let's see. Go back here. Can I just the Luxio into Luxray into Manectric? Probably not. Wait, it has HP ground. Does that mean I can use the Luxray into Manectric? That does mean I can use the Luxray into Manectric. I am so down for that. Alright, cool. So this beats everyone who is not named Furfrou. And then there's Furfrou. Maybe it's just Grottle. Grottle's such a... I don't know if I want it to be Grottle or not. I feel like this Sharpedomon just never does anything. It's so bad. It does have a good... It does have good attacking stats plural, which matters since its best water move is Surf, but it hasn't made that relevant yet, unfortunately for me. Yeah, I'm sad I didn't keep Charm. I think I should have kept Charm. Dreadnought does work mostly better than Grottle would, I believe. What Intimidates do I actually have? It's just Mightyena and Staravia? And Luxray? And Luxray, okay. I do need to go pretty far to get a new one, Luxray, I guess. Okay, this Rapidash can come back in on the Furfrou with most... Dreadnought won't get targeted by return most of the time. Or ever, actually. Yeah, okay. I think Sarina is probably... Oh, wait, no. Wait, I had the -1. I think I'm kind of willing to just be like, you know what? This is probably enough. Wait, I messed up. I'm supposed to have the Mightyena instead of something. Instead of... Breloom? Yeah, Breloom. Breloom doesn't actually do anything. The other option would be to just, like, green the Hitmonchan. Isn't that bad an option? Instead of the Mighty Anna, I mean. I think Hitmonchan probably does better than just because it does so much damage. Especially with a Muscle Band, which I can give it safely. I can give this a Hard Stone very reasonably. Okay, so I need to do a bunch of leveling. Go all the way back to Slateport City. Let's do the Slateport City part first. The reason I need to go back to Slateport City is to get... I need to go to the Hidden Power Tutor. Is not here. It's... Yeah, that's not how you get to Slateport City. I need to go to the Hidden Power Tutor and teach Luxray Hidden Power Ground. Oh, whoops. I should turn my repellent back on. Oh, wait, no, that's not the problem. I have my repellent back on. I need to, switch my party order so I'm on... Actually, I can just do the leveling. Because I know what I'm doing the leveling. I'll just do the leveling. Move doesn't actually matter because it will learn a better water move during the leveling. I don't believe in focus energy. I think there's just never going to be a situation where I can even think about sneaking out a win by clicking focus energy. Because it deals less damage even if it causes crits than just clicking more moves. Bind is not real. This guy has plenty of non-real moves to forget. I don't need to keep Feint Attack because I already have the next section. Like this whole section. This fight I'm slightly worried about. Mostly because I think it's probably fine, but the Furfro's enough of a demon that I'm not sure I have figured it out. Then the next few trainers are like half and half, either ones that I definitely have it, or I haven't figured out if I have it yet. And then after that, there's a boss fight, which is I'm always scared of the shell fight, which is the upcoming boss fight. But this box is like one of the least scared of it I've been. Because I have a bunch of mons that are just really good into a lot of Shells mons. Like that Gligar I just got, even minus attack, it probably beats Vespiquen. Oops. Aw, cutie. Wait, I don't have their phone. Okay. I shouldn't lose any mons in anything except for Shell. But on the Shell boss fight, I think that's true, but it's possible I'm wrong. There's a really scary fight with an Emolga that uses Discharge every turn coming up too. And then all of its partner Pokemon have the ability Lightning Rod. Or Volt Absorb. Okay, thank you, goodbye. Go down here. Is it fine? Actually, is it fine if Octillery takes 2 burn tick on a crit, max crit crit? 84? No, it is not fine. Okay, I can't do that then. Need to give it an parry then. Maybe I should bring Pixar.
I just take an iron tail. It's fine, right? Really, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
This thing's probably fine at minus run 1. This thing's fine at minus. Oh, this thing should have a hard stone. Better with a hard stone. I don't think that's a big deal either way, but do you think cards should all better? I'll just oh. Furfur's a demon, I think I'm risking pain. But I don't think I'm like really risking. No? Okay. Let me check the Luxio into Manectric matchup. In theory, the Luxio could die if it has, like, any damage, actually. 78 plus burn. Burn is 6. Burn is 90. So if it takes 20 damage, Luxio probably can't take... I can take 20 on some crits. I'm willing to risk that if it comes up. Alright. But probably not willing to risk a second air. A bit less. A bit less. Like, that's multiple... That's like triple crit plus 10% burn. I choose to not believe in that. Against this fight in particular. I do prefer true riskless lines. After all this time, Octillery gets to come out. Mild charge, alright. Good bring in on me electric type. I think Manectric. Manectric coming in early is good because I know how much Luxray is taking from Manectric. And also, it's the only Mon on the team that I really care what move it's using the in. Flamethrower once. Alright, cool. That's doing really well. Getting power again. Flamethrower. That's guaranteed. Burns a little sad, not a big deal, I don't think. I probably could have given it. I don't wish I gave it a Rostberry. Foreign berries give a more consistent amount of health, I'd say. This is enough health that I'm allowed to bring it in once from Dreadnought. Cool. Furfur comes in. Dreadnought comes in once. Unless Octillery can come in. Can Octillery come in? Octillery can't come in for different reasons. No point in Octillery coming in. More than anything. Now, Iron Tail never... It's always Iron Tail, right? We check that that's true. It could be Play Rough. Play Rough, kill Luxio. Play Rough crit kills Luxio sometimes. How often? Always, always. Play Rough crit, possible, always kills Luxio. How often does that happen, though? Alright. 3 rolls times 5 rolls, 15. And then 3 times 4 plus 4 times 3, 15. Then 4 times 1, add that 19. Then 4 times 4 halved, 27. And 3 times 4 halved, 33. %1 or so chance of Lexio dying. I'm going to just rock him and hope it works out. I think once I successfully rock tomb, I'm quite happy to like go to Octillery for a turn, assuming Octillery always lives, which I believe is true. Oh wait, I want to save Octillery, because saving Octillery means I can use Octillery to switch out actually, can Rapidash safely do whatever it wants? I feel like Rapidash can probably safely do whatever it wants here. Yeah, Rapidash can safely do whatever it wants because Rapidash bonus points for crits, or not crits, the other word. Bonus points of Flame Buddy procs. That doesn't matter. I'm not staying in. I need to keep Rapidash above how much HP? I need to keep Rapidash above 55. Should be pretty easy. Dreadnought is the only thing I can bring in on a possible return. Unfortunate that it's attracted instead. Let me check how much Rapidash can take max. I need to keep it, I said above 55. Above 55. And it takes max of 19. So I can switch it this turn, but I won't be able to anymore afterward. Got it. Good to know. Good. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. That probably also means I'm allowed to switch it in again if I need. Yes, that does mean I'm allowed to switch it again if I feel like it. But also, it should just be fine. Rapidash will come in just one more time on the kill turn if necessary. Ooh, not cracked. Awesome. Basically, if this Poodle or Dreadnought reaches the point where it dies, one hit, then I need to switch Rapidash and then switch Hitmonchan. That'll take a bit, but it's very possible I get there. Just one more attack left. Okay, now the fight's completely safe. I would still like to hit through a track. It would be satisfying. Okay. Staryu comes in because it sees a kill with Aura Sphere. Rapidash comes in as originally. Aura Sphere never kills because I'm above 55. Rapidash outspeeds and kills with Blaze Kick. I would, in fact, say that this fight is the reason that I gave Rapidash Blaze Kick right now instead of waiting. I don't think Morning Sun was good enough to sacrifice having a Rapidash on this fight, basically. Howl, okay. It would have been better if it used Trick Move. It doesn't matter, though. Oh, okay. Going to just die, I guess. Cool. There we go. Awesome. Good stuff. This. A revive or something. Oh, no, it's PM. PM Electro Web. That's actually relevant, maybe. Eventually. Not relevant right now, but it could be eventually for sure. And once I beat this fight, I get access to 117 Grass, but not Surf because I can't Surf. Right, how many more trainers before Shell? Let's look. I just beat Corgi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more trainers before Shell. Only 2 of which I'm prepared for. Starting with this double bout. I wish this Rapidash. Probably Toxic, but or sorry, the Orbital. I don't have anything. Unless this one hits the Orbital. Does this one hit or the Orbital? This does one hit the Orbital. Pretty cool, I would say. This is doubles. And double. That means I can't win. Hold on, let me use Real Box Gligar, please.
And then I can get rid of the Remoraid forever and get rid of the Octillery and also get rid of the Gligar.
And then move the Petalil down here. And move the Gligar up here. Move the Musharna up. ways to deal with an enemy mon with fake out. One is to force the fake out to go somewhere, and the second one is to notably Arena. Everything kind of. Arena has good vibes for the fight, but is not actually good for the fight. I already have Verdant Turf, I already have Rust Turf. I can't get 1/7. Not sure if I would want to if I could. Pretty good. And a pretty whatever. Like I don't have a Dynamo. If I did, I would probably take it. When do you get Dynamos anyway? Like you get them in Slate Port or 109 if you're unlucky. 110 if you're unlucky. You get Stunfisks, like you get Stun. I can see one right there. Looking at 117. 111 also has them. That kind of has like somewhat interesting outing. That's chock full of stuff that's actually pretty decent. Watson. Because all of that except for, hello, welcome back. I beat the dog trainer and have not made progress past that. The track was as annoying as it looked in the calculator, but we got through it. I'm looking at this fight now. It has a sleep theme, but mostly it's just hard to play double battles. Okay, fake out in the AI +9. Fast kills are always more than +9. If I have something both of these think they can kill, like I could lead Mighty Anna with pre-damage.
And then get this thing to always Bug Buzz and this thing to always Wake Up Slap the Mightyena.
Oh wait, Median's gonna Intimidate. That makes it a bad example on accident. Torpedo doesn't work because it's faster, which defeats the purpose. Turn is... Is Intimidating actually fine? It might be fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, so like if I have 36 HP Toxic for this thing, then this will always Wake Up Slap and this will always Bug Buzz on. Lets me safely switch in the Vivian. It'll take a Wake Up Slap, which is fine. And a Bug Buzz, which is fine. And then I can get it so that it's actually low enough to bait these moves again. Consistently, I think. And then it can protect. While whatever the mon is on the left does whatever the mon on the left. But I do think something like Gligar on the left side is actually really strong. Like something like lead Gligar or Mighty, yeah, lead Gligar Mightyena, P1, Gligar Fly, or Mightyena switch Vivian, Gligar Fly Orbital, Toxicroak Wake Up Slap Vivian, which Orbital Bug Buzz. Turn 2, Vivian Protect. Gligar hits Orbital. Toxicroak Poison Jab Protect. Orbital Bug Buzz. Or Orbital Psychic Protect. Unfortunately, Vivian cannot quite consistently just fucking kill the Toxicroak, I think. Yeah, that's correct. But what is the case is that at this point, kinda hard to kill. I don't really have ways to 75%. Bug Psychic is really good coverage if Steel types don't exist. That's why in Tectonic it's the best coverage in the game when Psychic suddenly became good against Steel. But I don't have a Steel type, so Steel types don't exist. No Steel types, only 5 Grass types. Kinda weird that I have more Grass types than Water types. That doesn't normally happen. I guess it's not that weird. Only the Lotad is really would have not been Grass. Well, that's not true. Serena, Torterra, and Breloom I all got from places that had to be Grass. Lombre... No, Lombre I did too. No, Lombre I didn't. Lombre I got from... But anyway, let's see. Let's go back to thinking about it. I don't like this as much as I hoped I would.
I could have Gligar just fly this thing instead. And that's not bad at all.
Gligar Fly Toxicroak.
Liger hits Toxicroak.
Liger is just not that threatened by... Or... Yeah, I could just turn at that point. But turn 3... Is Gligar ever killing with Fly? Gligar can just Aerial Ace, actually.
Double battles are quite annoying. I need to catch it at this point. I should just assume that it's gonna be using Psychic here. Okay.
Okay, I think what I actually am supposed to do... Liger Aerial Ace Toxicroak instead of flying. Then Vion switch Masharna. Liger Aerial Ace KO Toxicroak. Orbeetle Psychic Masharna. That fine? Psychic has a special defense drop chance. It might not be fine. It actually is not considered fine. It's really annoying. Hitmonchan can... Yep.
Can this thing take 2 moves consistently? Not really. Yeah, not really. Okay, that makes sense.
Because of not... Oh, and it can with the special defense. That's good. I get Octillery in the right range, then I can switch Octillery in on Psychic, and it will always be the fake out target. Means I can just use the Gligar Aerial Ace. What if I just don't do any of that? If I do it with the Rapidash and Vivian, just try to kill everything. Right, turn 1. Toxicroak is guaranteed to fake out the Vivillon. It's level 32. I'm not gonna bother keeping it low. Toxicroak's guaranteed to fake out Vivillon. Might as well protect it. Okay, cool. This thing could use a move on either target. Muscle Band does not actually change that. Muscle Band does not mean that it would go dead. I do not get Charcoal. Charcoal, as everyone knows, is a very late game item, and you're not allowed to get it until Lava Ridge. When you are there before the 5th gym. But anyway. Can either of these show kill on Hariyama? What I'm actually interested in. No. Can they actually kill Hariyama? Also no. Probably not. Wise Glasses is 78. Muscle Band is... But they actually can kill Hariyama. Okay. I want them to kill her. That's less clear. They can definitely kill... No, they can't kill her. No. At least not immediately. No. Because of the city. Wise Glasses is 51. Muscle Band is 111. That's less than 1.5. Alright, I think I'm gonna say that I've been streaming for about 4 hours at this point. Or like 3.5. And that this fight looks annoying, and I can deal with it in time. Thank you for signing on, DP. I had a good time streaming. I'm glad that this was such a successful day and that the gym went well. Sci-Felrose signing off.